I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not really a video blogger most of the time, and I'm just kind of talking. I figured I might as well try it out. I'm currently kind of doing the same thing I've been doing for the past 24 hours, which is sitting on my bed listening to Children 18-3. Their new album is Beast, by the way. It's called The Rain's Comin', and if you don't have it or haven't heard it, you should go listen to it and go buy it because it's great and I love it. I am in the process of breaking up with my boyfriend. And I say in the process because I kind of reached the decision yesterday night that it had to happen, and I haven't actually done it yet. Part of that is because I haven't had the chance, but the reason that I haven't had the chance is because in my whole anguish over having to break up with my boyfriend, I couldn't sleep, and then I left my house for a walk at 2:30 in the morning and then got grounded when I came home. And I probably could ask my mom, hey, can I go over and break up with Nathan? And she'd probably say yes. But she wouldn't let me go anywhere else afterwards. I don't know. I wouldn't have a support network afterwards, really, and I know myself well enough to know that I can't do that. So I have to wait till Saturday. It's kind of driving me a little bit crazy because I should have done this when he and I talked on the 3rd. We had like an argument of sorts, and I was standing there basically saying, you know, I can't do this anymore, I can't do this anymore, we need to fix it. That wasn't really what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say was, I can't do this anymore, it needs to stop. And I couldn't bring myself to say it. I haven't talked to him literally all day. I'm sure he knows that something's up, and I can't do it until Saturday because I will have an emotional breakdown that I can't handle. So unless for some reason he does it between now and then, I have to wait. I have to sit here waiting and pretending to him, if and when I talk to him, that everything is hunky-dory, and it sucks because it's not. We're not clicking anymore, and I can't do it anymore. I just can't, because there's something that's missing and neither of us know what that something is, which means that it's time to move on. And it sounds terrible to say it that way. That's why I'm kind of an emotional mess right now. I'm really sorry about that to those of you who I haven't talked to this about. If I have talked to you since yesterday and I've seemed pretty much okay, it's just easier that way, I guess. If it had to end, I'm glad it's ending like this. I'm glad it's not some big mushroom cloud of gross. I'm not happy to be the one to have to do it. I know that it's gonna hurt him a lot. And I never, ever, 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 ever wanted to do that. I still don't want to do that. I have to do it because it's gonna hurt him worse if I don't do this now, and I feel like crap saying that because I've said it twice before. I feel like it makes me a hypocrite because when I'm not in a relationship, I run around like, oh, woe is me, why don't I have someone? And then once I find someone, I'm always the one who ends up breaking it up. I do love him. I'm not in love with him anymore. If I ever was, I don't know if I was. There's always been something that didn't quite. At the beginning, I thought it would show up over time, and then in the middle, I thought it was because things were kind of screwy. But it's always sort of been there, it just got bigger. When I talked to him earlier this week, we were trying to figure out what it was that both of us could do to fix this. He told me that he felt like there was a wall between me and his friends, because his friends are into a lot of stuff that I'm not into. He said there was a wall there, and he felt like he had to keep hopping over this wall. I tried to say that there was no wall, and then I realized that was wrong, and then I tried to say I was doing my best for there not to be a wall, and that was true, but there still is one because I don't agree with it, and I don't like it, and it's not just a wall between me and his friends, it's a wall between me and him and the rest of the world and him. It's not the only thing that gets in the way, but it's a big one, because I knew it going into the relationship, I just didn't realize how much it was actually going to affect me once I was dating him. I can't keep losing him to the chemicals, and he can't keep losing that part of his life, like those friends and those people, to me, and it's just not fair to either of us, and he's not necessarily going to see it that way. But I hope that eventually he does, because I was talking to my friend Shiloh yesterday, and she said, if I do this now, then neither of us are getting in each other's way to find the person that they need to find. Last night when I was talking to her, I thought that only applied to me. I wasn't in his way, but he was in my way. But then I remember about a month ago when school let out, thinking that he needed someone like our friend Chris's girlfriend Chelsea, who was cool with everything. I remember sitting there and seeing her and having this thought go through my head that he needs someone like her, not like me. And I kind of ignored it when I had the thought. I shouldn't have ignored it, because I was right. Because he does deserve someone who fits with him better. I can't give that to him, so I have to get out of his way. And it does go the other way. I do need someone who fits with me better. I do need someone who I don't feel like I'm their mom sometimes. I mean, obviously with everybody I kind of feel like I'm their mom sometimes, but it just sucks, you know? It's 7 months of a relationship that's now not going to be there. He was a great friend before we started dating, and I hope that we can have a friendship eventually afterwards. I can't have him this much in my life. I can't. And I wish that I could. It just sucks. Sorry for being depressing, guys. I love you. And this will hopefully make it onto my blog tonight. And night as in, like, the sun hasn't come up. It might be like 1 in the morning, who knows. But I love you all.